I was driving home late. Too late. The road stretched endlessly before me, dark and empty, the occasional flickering streetlight casting long shadows across the asphalt. I should have been exhausted, but something kept me wired, my nerves tight like a drawn bowstring. Maybe it was the storm rolling in, the heavy air pressing down on my chest, or maybe it was the feeling that I wasn't alone. It started subtly, a whisper of movement behind me, a shift in the air. I glanced at my rearview mirror. Nothing. Just the empty back seat. I exhaled, shaking my head. I was letting my nerves get to me. I turned up the radio, hoping the static-filled music would drown out the unease curling in my stomach. Then, at a red light, I felt it again. A breath. Soft, slow, right behind my ear. I spun around, heart pounding. The back seat was empty. The light turned green. I hit the gas, gripping the steering wheel so tightly my knuckles went white. I told myself I was imagining things. I was just tired, paranoid. I needed to get home, get some sleep. But then, a voice, software right behind me. You missed the turn. My body locked up. I couldn't breathe, couldn't move. The voice was low and distant, like someone speaking underwater. But it was real. I swallowed hard and forced myself to look at the mirror again. This time, there was a shape, a figure sitting in the back seat, barely visible in the dim light. I couldn't see their face, only dark, sunken eyes staring at me. My hands clenched the wheel, my heart hammering so loudly I thought it would burst. Then, slowly, too slowly, the figure smiled. I slammed the brakes. The car screeched to a stop in the middle of the road. My breath came in ragged gasps. I turned around. The back seat was empty again. I wanted to believe I had imagined it, that my exhaustion was playing tricks on me. But then I saw it. The imprint, a deep sunken indentation in the seat cushion, like someone had just been sitting there. I stared at it, my body frozen, my thoughts a tangled mess of disbelief and terror. A car honked behind me. I forced myself to move, to press the gas, but I couldn't stop shaking. I sped the rest of the way home, refusing to look in the mirror. When I finally pulled into my driveway, I threw the car into park and sat there, hands trembling. The storm had arrived. Rain pounded against the windshield, lightning flashing across the sky. I reached for the door handle, then froze. A breath clouded the glass, right beside my head. I barely had time to react before something scratched the window from the inside. Long, deep gouges dragged across the glass, as if made by nails. I jumped out of the car, gasping for air, my heart pounding against my ribs. The rain drenched me instantly, but I didn't care. I stumbled backwards, staring at the car, waiting for what? For the door to open? For something to crawl out? Lightning flashed again, illuminating the street. And in that brief second, I saw a figure standing behind the glass, not in the back seat anymore, in the driver's seat, smiling. Then, the car locked itself. The headlights flickered once, and the radio, which I had turned off, crackled to life. A voice whispering through the static. Drive safe. The car engine roared to life, but I wasn't touching it. And as the car peeled out of the driveway, vanishing down the road, I realized I wasn't the one driving anymore.